A few years ago, I watched my daughter film YouTube videos, and I remember thinking, if only I were younger, I'd totally be into that. I mean, how much fun would it be to just create, become a creator? But I said, maybe one day. And then I realized I was using up all my maybe one days as I wasn't getting any younger. And that kind of hit me hard, but it got me to thinking, the free time in my days, how was I actually spending that? My days are pretty busy, but what was I doing with my free time? I wasn't creating, but I definitely was consuming, spending so much time watching tutorials or scrolling through social media and thinking it was okay because I was learning a bunch of new things. I thought, this is good, right? But at some point, consuming turns into a trap. It feels productive, but it's not. And if I was going to try and get my YouTube channel going, well, I can only consume so much information before I had to ask myself, when am I going to start? How much more do I really need to know before I just try? And what finally helped me, it wasn't watching more tutorials or waiting for the perfect moment. It was realizing not to discount the experience I already had. I knew enough to start. And I'm sure the same is true for you. You know enough. You don't need to keep learning more or wait for the perfect moment. Because here's the truth that I figured out. Creating teaches you things that consuming never can. You'll learn more by doing than by watching. And when I started creating, I figured out something important. Creating isn't just about expression. It's about reclaiming your time, finding purpose, and even building new opportunities. For me, it's about owning my story and making an impact, even if it feels really small at first. Now, when it comes to starting something new, like YouTube, there are two camps. The first camp is all about research and strategy. These are the planners, the ones who want everything figured out before they take the first step. And that's totally fine. Planning can help build a really strong foundation. And then there's the second camp, the jumpers. These are the people who just dive right in, figure it out as they go. They start messy, make mistakes, and learn along the way. Now, I'm a planner, but honestly, that kept me stuck. And it wasn't until I tore off the Band-Aid and jumped in that my creative side really kicked in. And I didn't even know I had a creative side. I don't believe one approach is better than the other. I just think it matters to find out what works for you. And if you are a planner, take the time to research and learn. But if planning has kept you stuck, maybe it's time for you to just jump in, even if everything's not perfect. So how do you actually shift from consuming to creating? I don't think it's about making a massive leap overnight. Instead, it's about starting small and building momentum. So let's break it down into 3 easy steps. Step 1, decide what you want to create. Start by looking at what you already consume, what you watch, read, who you follow. That's your clue to what you're really interested in. Step 2, set small, achievable goals. Challenge yourself to spend 30 minutes a day creating something or posting once a week. For me, I needed to create videos, and I did it for 25 days straight to force myself to get started. And it worked. And then step 3, start sharing your work. Post what you've created. Even if no one sees it at first, it's not about the likes or the follows. It's about showing up and doing something that's really, really hard to do, which is putting your work out there. Whether you're aiming to be a business owner, YouTuber, or anything else, the act of putting your work out there will help you grow and improve faster than anything else. And that's what I learned. Posting changed everything. Even though I was creating reels every day, it wasn't until I started sharing them that everything shifted. Suddenly, I felt like I was someone who was contributing. I was sharing my voice with the world. So, think of this as your wake-up call. You've consumed enough. It's time to create. And don't get caught up in the word creator. To me, being a creator just means you have something to share, whether it's an idea, a skill, a story, a product that solves a problem, or a unique way of looking at things. We don't want to waste another day, another month, and for sure years wondering what could have been. So let's start today and leave a comment below on what you are going to create. And if you need help with that, feel free to click on the link below and set up a call and we'll chat. But other than that, I'm cheering you on. So thanks for watching.